Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And
Happy
good night.
Easter.
And good night. And happy Easter.
Happy Easter, man. Or happy. Man, this Easter shit, it just hit me in my fucking 40 whatever years of life.
Huh.
What is this 3-day shit?
What do you mean?
He went on the cross Friday, came back Sunday. That's 2 days.
Okay.
That's 2 days.
All right. Do people say 3?
Everything is 3. The whole Bible's 3 days. He rose in 3 days.
It's a third day. He rose on the third day.
On the third day.
Friday is a day.
the third
Saturday is
day.
a day. He came back the third
On
day.
the third day.
The third day, not 3 days.
It wasn't a full 3
I
days.
apologize.
You're thinking
to all-
of it like a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had Monday off.
Yeah, Monday he comes back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
On the third day.
On the third day.
the man giving you this incredible religious information is the brilliant Jordan Temple, comedian, writer. You go writer first, right?
I have to go comedian.
You want to? Okay. Comedian slash
Comedian.
writer.
I'm a comedian, writer. Yeah.
Is your number one thing that people would know you for at this point Abbott Elementary? Is that the calling card now? Like, what do you...
You're
like
on it?
No, I'm a writer.
Writer.
I'm a producer.
No, they're not going to know that.
No. I mean, in terms of, let's say he ends up in an
I
elevator.
still think it's stand-up, regardless of if I'm a famous stand-up or not. Like, I have my accolades, and plenty of people have seen me.
I mean, that's,
still think it's
writing,
comedian.
you don't get credit in the public.
Yeah.
It all
Okay.
depends on what the show, but the show is always going to be bigger than whoever's on the show. The
Right,
show
who's
is
writing
always
the show.
bigger than the actors, the writers. The show is, the ensemble of it is always bigger than the sum of its parts.
Have you written on shows besides Abbott and Atlanta?
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
And Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, seasons 3 and 4. So when it was,
Yeah, this guy's tight. These are good credits,
when
though.
When they had a black character on the show.
Yeah.
They had to
Is that
get a black
true?
character.
yeah,
I mean,
that
I'm
was
just
the
putting
quote unquote
math
black
together.
season. Yeah.
I didn't make it to the black season. There's a black season?
Yeah, season
Oh.
3. It's not the black season. It's
You know
Marvelous.
what I mean?
Also, I mean, it's weird to call it the black season when the main character isn't also Jewish. So it's like not played by a Jewish person.
Wait. What do you mean?
So
Hold on.
I'm as Jewish as the person who's playing the woman
Wait,
who's
she's not
supposed to be
Jewish?
Jewish. No.
She's not?
No,
I thought
Rachel
she was.
Brosnahan is not Jewish.
She is hot, though.
People talk about that. I redact your statement, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
what's
that
funny?
she was Jewish.
No, Jews, this is the funny thing.
People are mad. It's just like African Americans and Africans, versus Africans. Africans playing African American roles.
Or fucking all these British actors playing dudes from Compton or whatever that fucking shit
Yeah,
is.
Damson Idris.
Damson is not from
Giving
Compton. And I
Chloe
love him.
back shots on Swarm. I saw that. I was like,
You know
damn,
what?
son.
I was disappointed when I saw that shot because you could tell it wasn't
didn't do
really
any
Chloe.
push-ups.
No, it wasn't Chloe. They didn't show her.
Of course, that doesn't. Yeah.
Oh,
whatever.
for you it doesn't matter.
He
It's
didn't do
still
any push-ups.
pretend that it's Chloe.
No, it doesn't matter. It's more like, he's not, American black. There's the same problem that Jewish people
But
have
I don't
with
think.
non-Jewish people.
But hold on, I was actually going to say, in my limited world, I am yet to hear Jews complain about non-Jews playing Jews. Is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I've
Who's
heard it.
complaining?
It's not so.
Your family complains?
Good amount of people
your family should be
complain.
ashamed. Guess what? I want to tell you something right now. I want non-Jews to play Jews, okay? Make us look better. Give me all the good-looking Gentiles and have them playing the Jews. Who
Tony
would complain
Shalhoub
about
is
that?
not Jewish.
Who?
Tony Shalhoub, right?
Tony Shalhoub.
And what is he? Who does he play?
He's the father.
Almost
of
no
Mrs.
one.
Maisel.
Almost no one. Except.
By the way, I know there's a Jew on Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, what's
the
her-
ex-husband.
she plays the manager too.
Oh, really? Jew?
Yeah, she's Jewish.
Rachel, her name's Rachel Brosnahan, right?
Yeah.
She
I
can
thought that
play
was
any
Jewish.
Jew she wants. I'm totally good with it.
How is she? She cool?
As someone whose last name is Temple,
Yeah.
I disagree. On behalf of my people. No, yeah, she's cool. I've been at the table reads. Those are cool. But yeah, I wrote for season 3 and 4 in Maisel before Atlanta. I wrote for that season 3 and 4, and then now 1 and 2 of Abbott. So, and wrote some plays. When I first met you, we were talking about my play, which was like before I got my first writing job, more or less like the writing sample that I also acted in that play, Hidden Fences. That was more or less like a cult hit and helped me get into these writers' rooms. So
Why did we end up DMing the first time years ago or texting, whatever?
because you heard about, you saw me at my boy Matthew Jefferson, aka YC the Cynic, now Kemba.
Yeah.
At Rough Trade in Brooklyn in 2017. I hosted his birthday party.
Yes.
And homeboy Sandman was there, and I was hosting, and I was killing it, and you were like, oh, this guy's funny, let me message him, and then you were like, he does all this other stuff.
Yeah, I got a good eye, man. Now look at this guy.
Look at this guy now.
Look at
Look
this
at him
guy. But when you Google you in Atlanta, the Trini episode comes up.
Trini to the bone, yeah.
Ciph, you got it. I know you have
a new season.
2 seasons ago.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah.
What episode is it? Later on.
It's like 6, and they're in New York. It's like one of the step outs.
Oh no! Oh no! I haven't seen that yet. I heard about it though.
It's one of those
I was
episodes of
talking
Atlanta.
to this girl the other night about nannies, and I was like, "Oh, most nannies in New York are Trini," and they're like, "Did you see Atlanta?" And I go, "Yeah, I don't remember anything about Trinis." So
Yeah, it's very specific.
Okay, so Ciph, you will love this episode because it's a very New York experience episode. I guess tell me if the synopsis works a little bit. It's about the death of a Trini nanny in a white family, and the white family's experience attempting to basically mourn her death through their child who really loved the nanny, and they didn't know the level to which their child had taken on Trini culture from being raised by this nanny. Is that a decent?
Yeah.
But then there's a whole other weird, the funeral is like a whole other thing that happens.
Go to
you
her
wrote the
funeral.
whole episode?
No, I mean, by virtue of just commission of like how the writer's room works, I was given it, but also passed along the information at my own flourishes. That's why that's the thing of like the writer's room, like it is by committee I said commission, by committee of like everyone adding their own thing, or like the creator having their own specific vision and you being given the outline.
But you're credited as
I'm credited as written by virtue of like I'm a member of the writing staff, and then they give me the episode and I more or less work with the creator.
You do the skeleton of it.
They have the skeleton, they give me the rest. I help put on the flesh. I give it some character. I give it the
So
who has the skeleton? Glover?
Yeah, I mean, it came from the story.
I'm uncomfortable that you called him by his last name.
Donald?
Yeah.
How's Childish Gambino? What?
Gambino gives you.
They give you the story?
Yeah, it was a story. Like everything is borrowed. Like whether or not, like it says written by me, it's borrowed from someone else, which is borrowed from someone else, and then it's a composite of a lot of borrowing and a lot of like original kind of thought, or just like personality, jokes and experiences, things that all come into one. So when there's a written by, or somebody is uniquely giving praise for one thing on one side or the other, it's really not like obviously one person. Like when you have a show, especially that's a success, a lot of people, because of just like by virtue of like being, I think in this country is like very individualistic, and I think that's to the detriment of what collaboration can bring and what it actually means to make a show that people want to watch. No one's watching something for one thing. And just like I'm not one thing, I'm not giving one thing, or just because my name is on it, I'm, all of this or that. But I did add, I think, something special to it that I was given by someone else who.
So the actual order would be though, like the Donald and company to Steven, whoever gives you a skeleton, says this is the episode.
Skeleton. We talk about it. There's some certain, lines and things. It's just like, don't take this out.
Right. These beats have to be hit in this.
Absolutely.
And then you sit down
around it.
Yeah, and we write around it, and for me, I talked to a friend of mine, his uncle, who's like an old head Trini dude back in East Elmhurst, and I asked him very specific questions. Asked him about what his favorite song was, Trini to the Bone, which made it into was a big part of the song, show, and was in it, and we talked about it. Also, just like certain things of just like culturally, what it was like to go to a funeral. Trinidadian funeral, and that was very resonant. So things I borrowed, things I came up on my own.
Wait, why did you get assigned that episode? Because it's New York?
I think it's partially because it's New York, and then I mean, I'm not super in touch with my Haitian side. My father was Haitian, and I've spent enough time around Caribbean people to at least get the energy of it.
So yeah, in that room, Jordan's from New York, has Caribbean roots,
Caribbean mob ties.
This feels like this should be his.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the thing that show does so well, though, is what their collaborative effort is so strong, because everything they cover, no matter what area of the world it is, they seem to get like intimate details right. whether it's Atlanta or Europe or New York or whatever. They're really good at getting things that people who know it well go, oh shit, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? They did the Juneteenth episode 5 years ago, whatever that was. I don't know if you saw that one, Ciph.
Yeah, I did.
And at that time, literally every white person, I'm not kidding, I was going, what is Juneteenth? I don't even know what this episode's about. And frankly, I think I'd be lying and disingenuous if I said I absolutely knew when I saw it. I was like, I think I've heard of Juneteenth. That's like a thing. And it's wild how much that has changed in 5 years. Like, I can't believe, of all the crazy things that have happened over the last 5 years, good and bad, I can't believe Juneteenth has actually become an observed
took the
holiday.
pandemic to make it a holiday because white people were inside feeling guilty about everything
Pandemic
at once.
and George
They were
Floyd.
like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
And then they were like, "That's the thing." And then they were like, "Wait, I get a day off." So
This
you know
is
what I mean?
perfect.
I love it.
But it did seem like the most, like how shitty a country we were prior and still to have not had that already a holiday. It's almost such an obvious holiday.
What?
Not
But
really.
but I guess it's not
way.
because it makes you acknowledge that something bad happened.
But it's not even like the main part of that of ending slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. It seems like
not everyone was like officially free for real. It's just like
Right.
some of the first, like the precursor to what was to come. But
okay. So in that sense,
no,
technically,
those are the last free ones though.
yeah, this is the last free.
oh right, last free.
The last
But
to
still,
know.
see, exactly. So
I mean, I know, but it's also like
Nah, he's Haitian, so
yeah,
they
we were
was
free
way
way
they was
before.
Wilding.
But that's the only
Wild,
reason
way
why
before that.
all the other black people could be free is because they were trying to be like Haitians over here.
What?
Hey, listen.
wait, when were Haitians free? Couple.
18. No, not. They might not have been. They might not have been free, but
The revolution
the country
was-
was free. Not maybe not slavery, but I'm saying like the country had the first black revolution.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what are you working on at this exact moment, Jordan? You just roaming the streets wearing a robe type jacket, doing comedy?
Oh yeah, this is what's this? Maharishi.
Love Maharishi.
I got it from Mohawk
Maharishi store?
Mohawk Man in Silver Lake.
Yo, this conversation got very Hollywood very fast.
What's Mohawk Man?
What's Maharishi?
Maharishi is a brand. It's a London. It's an English clothing brand based on some Indian style and fashion with some military vibes. It's one of my favorites.
Really? What do you ever worn it to one app?
I don't. It's a big ass coat I have. I wouldn't wear it to one app.
Like you
When I
wear
do
it.
one app in here or in my house.
Yeah.
So we're on Zoom recording one app, and I'm gonna wear a big ass military.
So I believe
winter coat.
Since I now know that Maharishi is a brand.
That's the store where Psycho Les's son worked. Remember I told you that?
Yeah. Wow,
That's
really?
that store.
Where? Out there.
No, and it's in Tribeca.
Oh, word. Yeah, that shit does look hot. So wait, so I'm willing to assume then that if Jordan said he's wearing Maharishi and he said he got it at Mohawk Man, I'm willing to assume that Mohawk Man in Silver Lake is a store.
It's a store, yeah.
Is it a
See?
secondhand store,
No.
thrift store, nothing like that? They have different brands in there.
Yeah.
Oh, Mohawk Man.
It's tough. You'd like it.
I'd like to go to Mohawk Man in Silver Lake.
Yeah, really turn to a real LA piece of shit. You know?
You really did. Is that your main residence now, LA?
Yeah.
How's that feel? You like
It's
LA?
cool. I've been there since last time I was on the podcast when we were kicking it. 2017?
That long ago?
That's when I first moved out there, and I was bi-coastal for work, and I moved to LA a couple months later. After we had that, I was like, I think it was around the time I did like my third staging of Hidden Fences, and I was like using the show kind of to promote. It was like a really fun moment. I went to LA, first writing job 2017. I had two writing jobs, huh?
What's first writing job?
The Showtime show,
What was it called?
Smilf.
Oh, I like that show.
It was all right.
Bodega Bams was on that.
Yeah, I got him on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the show Bodega Bands was?
I had them audition like the first week. That was
That's
like
fire, bro.
Yeah, I had him, and I was like,
the show was okay,
he'd be
but
killer. Yeah, he was great.
He was super
yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah. So that was that.
Oh, sorry. I'd like to stop for a second. What was Smilf about? Remind me.
Man, we're not gonna talk about this.
Okay. All right. Cool. So what was the next job?
Another show, not good. I'm not talking about that.
You won't even give them a
was that the title?
Nah.
We could look it up.
Nah, you good. And then the third show was, and then between that I did Conan like January 2018.
Roll for Conan?
Nah, just stand up.
Did stand up on Conan.
Stand up on Conan. And then I did Mythic Quest for Apple.
Okay.
And then I worked on Maisel. That was like January 2019 when I was back. And then I worked on Maisel for like a hot 8-9 months, and I was in the city doing stand-up. We got past at the cellar, all that.
Oh, because the Maisel's here.
Yeah.
Where do they shoot? They shoot. We saw it on the Upper West Side recently. Where do they generally shoot?
Well, the main studios is Steiner.
Okay.
Steiner Studios in Williamsburg. It was wild because, when I was at that job, I forget the stop. I think it was a Marcy. I would like get off on the G train.
A Jew train?
No,
It felt like that.
Nah, bro, you're not gonna catch me out here. I
Jordan
said G
Temple.
train.
Okay, the G
train.
All right, G train.
All right. I already got the same birthday as Kanye. You ain't gonna have me out here. But I'm trying to stay working, bro.
His last name's Temple. He's good.
Come on, man.
I thought you were saying like it was a special Jewish train.
Ciph. The one thing we don't joke about: trains. We take that. We take trains very
This
seriously.
man is fully autistic. That's why he likes trains. Okay.
So you're the G train.
I was on the G train.
Okay.
And I would get off this G train, and it was it's a Hasidic neighborhood, Williamsburg, and it was just so wild. Like on the other end.
Is that really what you thought? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, but keep going.
On the other side, it was wild to go into Steiner, and then it was just a blast from the past.
Right.
To like be at Maisel and be like, have to transport back to this time, in the 50s and 60s in New York after it. Like, it felt like very immersive.
Right.
For me to, you know what I mean, walk through a Hasidic neighborhood. And on the other side.
It's the 50s.
And also, like, be an outsider, virtually, like, be a black man going and working for this Jewish show. And,
yeah, that is pretty interesting.
yeah, it's wild.
Were there any other black writers or
No. Me. Both seasons.
only one?
Yeah, me.
Did you write all the black parts?
No.
You did more than black parts?
Black parts. Yeah, I did more than black parts.
So how did
I
that-
actually pitched? I mean, my access point to writing for the show and my interviewing for season 3 was, I fell in love with Rose, the mom on the show, who plays Midge's mom, because when she goes to Paris, and there's also that beautiful shot as you see the Empire State Building flip, and then you see her in Paris. That shit is incredible.
Show's
And
really good.
It's so I fell in love with that season because that's what I wanted from my mom. Like being raised by a single mom, I was like, what are my mom's dreams of like just escaping? I love the escapism aspect of it, and then like Rose being like going back to this almost adolescent part of her life where she was like free in France and just kicking it. Like I wanted that for my mom. That's like I empathize with that, or just was able to be like, oh shit, like that's super dope. And I told him about that, and I like pitched things. And very early on in season 3, with that in mind, that was one of the characters I felt like I was outside of the central ones at least we thought about in terms of Midge, relationship with her husband and the father, whatever. Like I remember A.B. Sherman was just like, we need to give her something to do. Rose has nothing to do. And I pitched just coming from this place, thinking about the character, my mom, all that stuff coming from that place of being like, I think that Rose, like, very easily, I could see her being a matchmaker because she's like meddling in her fucking.
That's funny. Like a Jewish mom.
Her daughter's life that she can't control. At the same time, like she has a skill set. Meddling is a skill set, and matchmaking is very prominent during that time. And that has been the arc for that character since season 3.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So that made its kind of way into and building up to her being a matchmaker by the end of season 3, and she's ostensibly that. She's that in season 4 and 5. So
5's the one that's coming next?
Yeah. That
And
comes out
have they announced if there's more after that?
later
yet?
this month. No, this is the last season.
They have said that.
Yeah, they said final season.
Five's the
I thought you
final.
said there are more African Americans.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were about to say. The guy who plays not the star she's opening up for. Who was
Shai
that guy's
Baldwin.
name? What is it?
Shai Baldwin.
Yeah, his manager.
Yeah.
Who's that again? That guy's.
I forget it, yeah.
His character's dope. He's like.
Yeah.
Like
I
real
forget that
hard,
actor.
like-
He was on that drama, that huge drama.
Huge drama.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
You know
carried
that
it.
show, Huge Drama?
Yeah, I love that show.
On NBC.
No, Chicago, huge drama.
Chicago drama. I love
Chicago Fire, huge drama. Yeah. Chicago Doctor.
I really want to start. I think I'm only through season 2.
Yeah.
I need to get my shit up because I really did love that show.
After season 2 is African American.
Well, Ciph, are you caught up on Succession?
Is there a new one?
What do you mean?
A new one dropped?
New season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah,
Is that now?
2 weeks ago.
Just came
Oh,
out.
no, then no. I haven't seen that yet.
Wow, you are so outside.
Oh, I'm
Ciph is
No.
Yo, Jordan, Ciph is
I
so
don't watch
outside.
Succession, yeah.
But still, it came back.
Yeah.
Ciph is so
No.
out. He likes the show.
I love
Is
the
so
show.
outside and doesn't know.
And it makes sense because I've been seeing a lot of talk about it lately.
Like it's just popping up.
Like I saw something on TikTok. It was like, it's not the Murdochs, but it kind of is. You know?
Right,
But
yeah.
I remember when Ciph started doing improv.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was there.
What do you mean you were there?
I was there when he started. The moment he said, "I'm gonna do improv," I said, "Ciph, don't." He said,
What do
"Give me a suggestion
Wait,
of what I should be doing."
when was it? When
He wasn't there.
actually there?
No, I wasn't. But I
hilarious.
remember how cool I thought it was because I was like maybe making the transition out of improv to doing stand up, and like you were doing improv in a space and bringing around a certain.
Wait, you was
like,
at UCB?
Yeah, I did improv before I started stand up.
What group are you in?
I went through from 101 through 401. I did the foundation.
But you wasn't in no groups?
Nah, man. I
Like
wasn't
astronomy
trying to.
club or something like?
Nah, I was
after.
friends with them. I was like,
Did I see you there?
I saw you. I went to some of your shows. I was like, this is the most
shit.
black people that's ever been in this
Ever.
place.
And I
ever.
get no credit.
It was incredible.
Ever.
Yeah.
And like
Wait, you mean you hold on.
thugs too. Like
Yeah.
from the hood.
Wait,
Yeah,
you mean
from the
that you
hood
were
doing
bringing
improv.
to
No,
UCB?
in the audience.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember a show I went to because you had them doing monologues. You had like rappers and
Yeah.
doing That
Yeah.
shit was. I remember you had Action Bronson. You were like, and he was just like turning the improv. They were
Yeah, he
like
jumped on
terrified.
stage, yeah.
He jumped on the stage, like
Yep.
flipped the chair.
Yep.
He finished his monologue. He's like, "All right, y'all do it."
Yo, Ciph dragged a lot of people through there.
It was dope because I mean that was a time I really felt like I was like one of the few like doing improv, but like I wanted to get what I got from it and then move on.
Yeah.
Because once I went through 401, I was like, I don't want to be on SNL. I don't want to do.
If you don't want to be on a team,
I don't
or
wanna be on a team.
sketch show, then it's not. It's
I watched as many shows as possible. I went like I could see them for free. So anytime there was like a class and they were like, okay, who saw the shows or whatever for the week, I always saw like twice as many shows as everybody.
Right.
You know, it's like I was obsessed. But then I did like a thing with improvisers that wanted to do stand up and vice versa. I started seeing way more black people obviously doing stand up, and
Yeah.
that's when I made the transition. But Ciph was in there.
improv.
Ciph was
Improv
in there, man.
to any black person, especially that wants to do stand up. Improv looks corny as fuck, and that's
Yeah.
because it is. But I like corny.
How much?
Nah, it was good.
How much do you still love improv? As
I'm dying to do it.
Yeah, I want
Dying
to
to
go
do it.
back to doing some of it because I think that's one of the reasons why I started so fast. When I started stand up, like I was on it. Like I was like,
I
Because
did
you did the
stand up
improv.
before improv, and I don't even remember how I was even doing stand up without my improv training. Because now I go on stage, and I mean, listen, I'm writing material, of course.
Yeah.
But at any moment, I could just fucking freestyle.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of comics that can't. They get upset when someone heckles them, and I just use it as an improv scene, and I
Yeah.
just weave in and out, and and all that came from improv.
Yeah.
all that.
Hell
I
yeah.
wish I could do it, but there's no. I don't.
well,
know.
why can't you,
you could
do it?
do it.
So,
Let's do it right now, Ciph.
Yeah.
Give us a suggestion.
Okay.
Nah, there's this guy on TikTok.
I want to do it.
I think he's from Toronto, Matt Little maybe or something like that. Him and another guy, they just do improv on TikTok, and they'll just set all right. We're two soccer players that just want a gold medal, and then they just start from there. And I'm fascinated, bro. I still watch that shit.
That shit is but
But yeah, it's
that shit was fucking courageous to
UCB
me. Yeah.
fucking
That was dope.
closed for the pandemic. Someone bought it. They reopened.
Oh, it's sold. I didn't know it sold.
They sold it.
You got to do your own show, Ciph. That's not UCB is not the path.
I don't
man.
have
that
a
shit is
fucking.
whack.
I can't. It's,
Whoa.
My marketing is.
Ciph, what do you think about Jordan just saying UCB is whack?
It's whack.
Oh, it's whack now for sure.
Well, it got whack.
now.
No,
Yeah.
this is what I'm telling you.
I mean,
had
they
a-
never like Ciph did way more diversity like shit and like
That's what I'm
ways to
trying-
make it than UCB could ever
Ever have done.
But
like, and it's
but here's the thing.
like,
Diversity was just my angle to get more on stage.
Right,
Whatever.
right.
But the meeting they had this town hall with the new UCB and the new people who are running it, and they had this town hall meeting. And it was 90% just talking about inclusion and diversity, and we need more than just white males on stage. And I was like, where's the comedy talk?
Yeah.
Don't y'all want to do comedy?
yeah.
I'm sorry to say, some of y'all is not funny, but you gonna get on stage because you black because they gotta fill a quota, or
Right.
you not funny, or you some other race. Fuck all that. Be funny.
And you didn't get the vibe. There was not a funny vibe.
I mean, I skimmed through the meeting. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I.
But
can
there's
fuck
also
it.
like white people saying that and like no, like not letting talk. Like it's like less like the people who are using it who are obviously not funny, and the people who are like genuinely upset, and then people being like, well, you're not funny, of course they won't. And it's just like it can be both, because
Yeah, of
white
course.
people get to be not funny all the goddamn
Oh yeah,
time.
they do it professionally. Well, this reminds me of a joke that you have though about about white people complaining on behalf of black people. Like, yes, I'm sure there are a lot of black people who'd like to be included in.
But that black people don't even care.
But
about.
my question is, how many black people are like, you know what we need? More improv.
Yeah, no,
Because
they
it's like
don't.
your Tim Burton joke. You're like,
Yeah.
black people not being included in Tim Burton movies. It's not the world's biggest problem. They're probably not black people clamoring to even be in Tim Burton movies.
No, and it's like, yeah, it's a conversation you're having with yourself. It's very like, yeah, we're not thinking about being in your improv team. Like,
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You're having a conversation about inclusion, but not being inclusive in the meeting about inclusion.
yeah, well, not even being inclusive, but it's like conversations with yourself. These are conversations you have in your head about what black people think about and what they talk about
Like
with
you
each other.
personally?
No,
white
I'm saying
people.
what white people have
Oh, yeah,
conversations
yeah.
in their
I know,
head
it's so
when they
crazy.
don't
And then my
about
problem-
what black people
My
think
problem
about
with
and
white
worry
people.
about.
You got a problem with white people?
My problem with white people. Here's what I don't. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like. And not just white people, just people. You can't have one black friend in college and ask them a question about black people, and then that's the answer for all black people.
Yo, that conversation about like trying to speak on behalf of a group is so real. And I would like to say that I'm better than that. Because
On behalf of my group, I like to say I'm better than those
No,
groups.
because when I say what black people like and don't like, it's based on years of collecting information. I'm not going to be able to tell you if you say to me, what do black people think about blank new topic? Even if I know a couple of people who've spoken on it, I can't speak on that.
it's got to be more.
But if you speak on something long term, I could say, well, I've been gathering research and data on this over the last 15 years.
But that's maybe if you say most,
Of course.
it's not all.
yeah, it's
And that's
also
what people try
very-
to pay by numbers.
It has to also get super specific. Like, I know what black deli workers who make sandwiches between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. think about construction workers who want a certain kind of sandwich. And this is what the construction workers' feedback
In
is.
this area, at least at this place.
Amount of time and what they think about people who work the graveyard shift. Now, you can use that to be like, I know black deli workers.
Correct.
Right?
But even that,
But-
you're being general, honestly. You're still being general. You know,
Maybe.
black deli workers at this deli.
Yeah, no, but between a certain hours.
Between certain
it has to have
hours.
parameters and boundaries.
Well, it's funny is like
know what I'm saying?
I always talked about, I make a lot of broad generalizations about Jews. And then I meet my fiance's family. They're Jews. They have nothing in common with my
Generalizations?
family. Generalizations. So many generalizations out here. The difference between Ashkenazim and Sephardim, the two different kinds of Jews. Yo, we are so different. Like for example, a couple years ago when Natalie and I started dating, her grandmother passed away. And I told a friend of mine who's super like just European Jewish type, Ashkenazi type. And he goes, oh my God, please tell Natalie I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about her bubby. And I'm like, well, I would say that to her. And she would say, what is bubby?
Yeah, right.
It's not even a word. No. Yiddish does not make it to her at all, not related. So it's just funny that we all do this, and yet every group is so different. Like you can find some similar things among black folks from deep Mississippi and a black person from Boston. You could find some commonalities.
Let's get to what really matters.
What's that?
What's going to happen at Travis Scott's?
Okay, random transition much.
You know
what do you mean?
Scott tissue paper. You know that?
I don't think so.
No, yeah.
He doesn't.
No one wants the black man to own anything.
He always owned it, or that's a new acquisition?
He always did. Yeah.
That's not his real name.
Just like Ice Cube owns O'Shea, you know the O'Shea, the body stuff,
body lotion,
yeah, and all that. O'Shea, yeah, O'Shea Jackson.
I did not know.
You don't want the black man to own nothing.
Travis Scott is back. I think he's
back.
I think he's fully back.
I mean, yeah.
although Ciph, we didn't talk about when he shoved. When he beat up this guy just keeps randomly singing. Don't start no stuff. Won't be no stuff.
Well, who did he shove?
When he shoved the sound man, and you know DJ Stax.
Yes.
He roughed up DJ Stax a little bit.
Stax?
Or he yelled at him. Yeah.
He always roughs up Hot 97 employees.
Wait, who else did he rough up?
Remember the camera?
The camera guy.
The camera guy, Summer Jam. That song is that incident is in the song Antidote.
Oh, it was Jameer. It was Oh, and he has a song. What was the blind said?
Antidote.
Kicking the
Camera
cameraman.
guys, all my stages.
Yo.
Why you don't bully like people just working? Why are you doing that,
Bruh? Listen, let me tell you about Travis Scott. Love Travis Scott. You know, in my personal relationship with him, I love the guy. He called me. This sums up Travis. Summer Jam that year, the same year he kicked the cameraman off the stage for no reason.
He
calls me and
camera person. Okay,
sorry, no, he was a man. Yeah. He calls me.
You don't know what he says.
That morning, Summer Jam morning, 10 a.m. He calls me and he's like, I need my stage. Rosenberg, I need my stage to have blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to need a blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to need blah. I was like, first of all, bro, you're on the festival stage. Okay. This is he wasn't even on the main stage yet. He's essentially an opener for the day. He's not even one of the main acts. Second of all, I'm like, what do you think I have to do with the stage?
What did he say? What was he saying he needed?
He said he needed like a monitor and something to come down. Expensive, difficult
day
to do. Day of.
And to a radio personality.
Calling me. And so I said, there's only one thing I can do to help you. Ebro's number is 916. I said, call Ebro. Here's the moment that it happened. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I'll pop it up.
I thought you were about to call Ebro when you said that.
No, you know what Ebro would say? That he probably ignored the phone call that day.
You always ignore calls day of show.
How crazy is it the day of Summer Jam? Like, I can't imagine. Y'all will just lose your mind. Like, y'all have to be locked in all the way. Like,
we're not doing anything. Ciph and I, by the time Ciph got to the end of his Hot 97 run, and where I'm at now is I'm checked out. I'm just there hanging out.
You're not on Hot 97, part of Hot 97 anymore?
No, for 8 years.
Oh, well, yeah. Where am I been at?
Yo, Ciph, isn't that crazy,
you got
though?
dementia.
I do.
All right, here's the moment. By the way,
I got the dimensions.
That's
what my grandma called it.
The dimensions.
And you hear Mabel, she had the third dimensions.
Sort of like old timers disease.
Yeah.
Old timers and the dimensions. All right, here we go. Stop playing.
I don't have headphones on.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, I don't know you, bro. Woo! Hey, get your fucking nerdy ass off the stage, bro. Go. Now, you off. Yes, I don't know you, bro. Go. Nobody on stage, bro. Nobody on stage, bro. No disrespect. I'm an artist. No, I don't know. I don't care if you're working for Summer Jam. Bye. You're not working for Travis. This isn't Summer Jam. This is a Travis Scott show.
Yo, I love you, Trav, but he has something. There's something
He's not listening to this. Why'd you say I love you? He's not going to hear this.
So you think I should just badmouth him? Because I don't have negative feelings towards him, but he does have an attitude problem, it seems, when dealing with people, and I don't know why. Because I've always seen him, and he's only been a lovely dude.
Yeah.
He's
serious about his stage. I don't knock it.
Really?
I'm serious about my shit.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I guess you're right. But like once the person says, because you have to know you're at a radio station concert, and you can't say, I don't care that you work for Summer Jam. That does matter at that point. You know what I mean?
To be a professional.
I'm on both sides.
You can see both sides.
I can see both sides.
You said violence on many sides.
You can get pictures from the front of the stage. Why you got to be on the stage? There's plenty of pictures to get on other angles.
You know what's funny? If you watch it, I don't know why the fuck he is standing where he's standing. He's dead in the middle of the stage filming Travis, but he's between Travis's DJ and Travis. He actually doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, or go behind the DJ.
Not to mention, God bless our staff. At that point, the Hot 97 video department was so untrained.
Yeah,
it was literally just like handing a camera to someone and being like, Billy, you held a camera on stage before?
No, but I worked that Summer Jam.
Billy was probably part of our security staff. So you can imagine what we were dealing with.
Yeah. Man.
Hey, so how was SNL a couple weeks ago?
Oh, it was cute. I love that transition.
You like that?
Why
that
were
was
you on
good.
SNL? Because of what's her name?
Because of Quinta. What's her
You
name?
wrote with her?
Yo, man, it's Quentin Brunson, man.
No disrespect.
Yeah. I was a guest writer for Quinta.
So how does
How
that
was it?
How does
Did
that
you
work?
do the car thing?
I helped with the monologue. No.
The car thing is funny.
That was funny.
That was
I'll
very
tell you what I did do. Steering this conversation. Speaking of cars.
Yeah.
You did. I wrote the monologue. Added some jokes. It was cute.
What do you mean? How many days were you there for?
I was there for the week, but I was only there through Wednesday, more or less. No pun intended. Started feeling like a cipher because I just,
I want to see where this is going.
Yeah, me too. Keep going.
No, because you're part of it, and you're a guest in someone's home, but you're also an extension of the main guest. So they don't want to tell you, hey, actually, we don't really like guest writers to write sketches, but because you're an extension of this person,
They have to be really delicate.
yeah. But you know what I mean. So I was just kind of like, after the table read on Wednesday, like I don't really need to be here. I'm just working with Quinta. So, and trying to support her. So that was the main thing for me. I was just kind of like, I just want to support her and like take my ego out of it. But, you can kind of feel like a cipher because it's like you want to
How is it feeling like me?
No, I only said that because, not like you, I said because you were here. I said a cipher because you're going around with no place to be.
A cipher.
Not cipher sounds.
Not you.
Oh, I
Fucking
was like,
self-centered prick.
Yeah, I was like,
I said no pun intended because
Yeah,
you
he
were
said
here and I didn't want you to be like a cipher.
That's me. I feel like Cipher.
That's what he did.
He's
I feel
around
like
a lot of
Ciph.
shit, but not contributing. That's what you was trying to say.
No. I said no pun intended.
Wait,
because you were here.
but I'm interested in this because this is an interesting dynamic. So
I was joking.
So take us through the beginning. So
Yeah.
Quinta calls you and says, "Hey, can you? I got SNL. Can you come?"
Yeah,
That's how it works?
Yeah, but I was already going to be in New York, so it was just
No
a cool
problem.
opportunity.
Cool.
But
So
also,
maybe-
you're going into you're going into
A machine.
a Goliath of a machine, like
Yeah,
a fucking huge
absolutely.
machine, and you want to kind of have some people with you. That's understandable.
People to support.
How many people
everybody
did she
does
bring?
that. It was me and someone else.
Okay, two. So she brought two people.
Two writers. But yeah, I mean, it is a machine. I wasn't like, I'm gonna be doing this, and like I had certain ideas going in that clearly very quickly like went away. If I was just like, it is more important that I'm just ancillary to her and helping her make sure she's good than
she
it
can
is
bounce
me
things off
contributing.
you
Exactly.
and have you
That's the
there.
most important. Then she killed it.
Someone
you know
to
what I mean?
trust.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because then she knows me from Abbott. I was already my second season with the show. She knows I'm funny. So
Yeah.
that was most important. She quit and she killed it. And she's just,
That's
that's her
interesting.
medium too. Like sketch, like she's on Black Lady Sketch Show and just like BuzzFeed before that. Like she's so good at so many
She's really
things.
funny.
But yeah, that episode went up. So
that is really interesting. So you go in though thinking, yo, I got an ill sketch idea.
nah,
Did you-
I
you
mean,
didn't-
I
you
just
didn't-
thought I could cook up something. With the other writer or the writers that were there, but they have these relationships already built in. So it's not like.
Were you
know
able
what
to
I mean?
build with people and connect with anyone there?
I mean, I have a lot of friends there,
Right.
so it wasn't like build and connect. It was more like, oh, I see how this machine is run, and I'm kind of grateful. I respect y'all, but I'm also kind of grateful I'm not part of this process because I can't just jump into a process that's already moving. You know what I'm saying?
Almost impossible.
Like, it wasn't even a matter of building. It's kind of just like the monologue. I know how to have jokes, and I just want to translate for Quinto. It'd be like, okay, do you mean like this? And pitch,
make her feel comfortable, but that's it. Like, I'm not.
So they might come with a joke idea for Quinta for her monologue.
Yeah.
And you might be like, oh, I like that. And Quinta, we could do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And then you spice up their thing a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. They already have the process of how they want it to flow, but really translating for her, making sure she's heard and being like, just giving her as many options as possible. That's the most important thing.
That shit is stress up there because
it's super stressful.
Like everything. That's what people don't understand about SNL. Everything in 5 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's nuts.
It does. It is really wild when you think about it. The process.
Like everything, all of that shit is done like in that week. If you
So
really sit
stressful.
and watch how it's like, if you really watch an episode and be like, damn, they did all of this week.
Yeah. And especially when there's like stuff in it, like an elaborate set or the music videos that have like a lot of stuff in it. Like when the Lonely Island videos were happening, and now they do it with those other cats.
Do not destroy.
Yeah, Lonely Island to Jace. But like even all that stuff, it looks like it takes so much. Yo, we were watching old episodes this week because for some reason we wanted to watch. We were talking about Molly Shannon because of the show, and then we went back and watched an old episode on Peacock, and then they just start running one into another. It's amazing the time capsules that old SNL episodes are between the guest and the musical guest, like at that time in their life. And then the jokes, correct.
If there's anything political.
No, the opening, almost the opening every week.
Yeah.
So like the little area we were watching, right? It was like the guests were people that were the musical guest one. Back-to-back weeks, the musical guests were Macy Gray and Blink 182, right? Like,
My Lord.
So it just takes you there. And then all the jokes during the news, which, by the way, I don't want to offend a friend and someone who's respected.
I don't walk away and I don't.
I hated Colin Quinn on news so much.
Really?
I just didn't. His jokes are okay. I just did not enjoy that form of delivery for the news segment. It's my least. I rank him last, even though I think he's a funny man. And I saw his one man show on Broadway. Like I think Colin Quinn's funny. I just did not like his news. Anyways, he was doing Elian Gonzalez, everything, and then I'm pretty sure I stumbled upon the first Will Ferrell as George Bush because it was a skit about Gore and Bill Bradley, and then the Republicans show up and it's McCain. And Will Ferrell comes in as George Bush, but he doesn't have any of his Bushisms yet. Like he hadn't developed the character at all. And then it went on, of course, to be. But just seeing Bill Bradley in sketch, like, do you even remember who Bill Bradley is?
I remember the name.
You remember him, Jordan?
No.
He was he was on the Knicks back in the day in the 70s.
The Knicks. Bruh, I've never thought about the Knicks a day in my goddamn life.
And
fucking Knicks. Can you imagine rooting for the fucking Knicks?
Yes.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Phil Jackson.
Fuck that.
Phil Jackson was on the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks.
Who do you don't root for anyone, do you? You root for anyone?
The Nets. I'd rather root for the Nets than root for the goddamn Knicks.
What'd you do before there was Nets?
The New Jersey Nets.
Really?
I was a Jersey Nets fan. Fuck yeah. He knows what I'm talking about.
From Queens?
Pea sweater. Huh?
You're from Queens?
Queens?
Why were you watching?
I lived in Jersey a little bit. I also love Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Vince Carter, RJ. We had a squad.
Okay.
Knicks boo-boo. I can't root for the goddamn Knicks.
Well, why do you feel this way? Like
No,
you're
so I mean, what the fuck? I mean, just starting off with that, they're historically trash.
Go ahead.
So bad. The Garden is the draw. Like, and when the Garden is the draw, and Patrick Ewing is the one who helped build this space, right?
Yeah.
And help build this team.
Right.
And he's 7 fucking foot. And the security doesn't let him in.
It's rough.
And the fucking ownership is boo-boo. I can't root for the goddamn
Well, even they
Knicks.
didn't let him in. It was like
They fucking were like, who are you? It's like, bitch, I'm 7 foot. I'm Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, and they,
I fucking,
This is
what the
after,
fuck do you
or-
he didn't have a
mean?
pass. This is a
They
couple
asked him-
years ago. He didn't have a pass.
They asked him for ID. They asked Patrick Ewing for ID. Who's this? This big ass.
Hold on. You think that's bad?
Yeah.
Yo, they asked this man last week at wrestling. Yo, security.
Nolan.
Yo,
fucking.
Security generally.
Man, yeah.
Dolan.
Dolan, man. What the fuck? I can't root for the Knicks. I'm sorry. I took that off. But I hate the Knicks with a passion. I don't care how bad it could be for the Nets. I don't care how many of the black Israelites are outside of the Barclays Center. I will never root for the goddamn Knicks.
This is how you know.
Fuck the Knicks. I think they're so embarrassing for this city.
It's disgusting.
I love your passion on this.
I hate the Knicks with a passion.
Now, what if your next, you have a comedy special come out, and the Garden's like, we'd love for you to sit center court.
That would never happen.
That's not true.
No, I'm not a Garden comedian.
So you no.
Garden
No,
variety.
he's saying you get big enough where the Garden invites you to sit.
Celebrity Row.
Yeah, Celebrity Row.
Oh, Celebrity Row? No.
No, you would do it.
I'll
You're
be at the
full of shit.
Barclays.
You're
No,
full of
you would
shit.
go. Shut the fuck up.
Nah.
You're going. You're sitting.
I've
You're going to sit next to
pretty
people.
close with fucking Chris Redd and Sam J when they were part of it.
There you go.
Well, on SNL, like I've sat pretty close. I don't need to be front row. Like I don't want to be associated with the Knicks.
Wow. This video. This is. This could be the thing that comes back to haunt you.
I hope so. Because you know what haunts the city? The goddamn Knicks. Because they're trash. They're bad.
So I've explained how security goes this far. This man got stopped at WrestleMania. They wouldn't let him in.
Was that Zion?
Oh, no. He dwarfs Zion.
Who's that?
It's my friend Jordan, who is a wrestler.
Really?
And my point is, at WrestleMania, show Jordan. WrestleMania, the security there saw him, was like, where's your pass? My man is 7'4", 400 pounds.
You just gonna let him take a picture with your fiance like that?
We're buddies with them.
I don't know about that, bro. Wouldn't be me. Would be me, Pete. Hey, yo. That's my friend. Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is hugged up on him, too.
Oh, yeah,
Put
man.
that picture back up.
Damn.
She is hugged up a little too tough.
He's a giant, though. It's different.
I bet she thinks the same way. He's a giant,
But
Peter.
but we're friends with his wife, too. I just wanted you to keep saying, wouldn't be me.
It wouldn't be me.
But they wouldn't let him in.
that's cool.
He's a WWE wrestler?
Yeah, he's on the card. My point is security wows out in general. Saif, how many times do we get stuck at Summer Jam? They just stop and you're like, no, look, if you wait for the digital thing, that's me there. They don't. And I simultaneously hate them and relate to them. Like,
But-
what are you supposed to do?
But then here's my problem.
You just got to get swole, bro. That's what I've been doing in LA. You just got to get swole. So when the security presses you, you're like, I'm security.
And you
Who
flip-
are you?
Oh, you
Bitch,
flip
I'm
it on 'em.
security. I'm security for you.
Wow. And do you
I'm
feel
swole.
Do you feel like you've gotten to that point?
Not yet. I've been doing I've been weightlifting
There
a
you
little
go.
bit.
All right.
Pilates leans me out. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
Try
sure,
it. Pilates is good for you.
I know I've heard nothing but good things about Pilates.
Real good, man.
Yeah.
People,
It doesn't sound gangster, but it's effective.
It's not so much as gangster. I mean, you know what's gangster? Flexibility. You know how much y'all hips are fucked up? You know how much we
hips are
sit?
fucked up out here.
You got to stretch out here.
Yo,
Gotta stretch.
Yeah.
I met this woman when I was in Abu Dhabi. She's
like
like
to
a
pod-
Yo, for the record, Ciph has been saying when I was in Abu Dhabi for the.
What can I say?
No, it's great. It's
What
just
can I say? I met
it
her in
sounds
Abu Dhabi.
like such a flex though.
Yo,
He just
what
like
a flex.
I
a
met
month
this-
ago when I was in Abu Dhabi.
met this
Sounds
woman.
wild.
That's where she
But he'll
lives.
follow it with some like kind of like ghetto
lives in
shit. Yo,
Dubai.
I was in Abu Dhabi eating a chopped cheese.
How did you do that? All right, so you met a woman in Abu
forget
Dhabi.
it.
No, I want to know. Come on. She talked to you about flexibility, obviously.
What were you doing in Abu Dhabi?
No.
Come on, man.
He was out there with Mo Amer.
Okay.
Let's talk about the
Oh,
Knicks.
You don't
What
have
were
any.
you doing?
Come on, man. Please don't
Sorry,
do this.
man.
Yeah, don't let Jordan. No. Please,
sorry,
Ciph.
man.
No, Ciph. Come on,
Come on,
man. We
Ciph.
want to hear the Abu Dhabi.
As my son would say.
What do you say when he does that, by the way?
Now, I used to be like, yo, stop being a little bitch.
You did say that?
Shit like that. But now I'm like,
Stop being
let
a
it
little
out.
bitch.
Let it out. I saw this on TikTok.
Oh, my
Learn how
God.
to
Well,
parent
hold on.
from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yo, what were you doing in Abu Dhabi?
I was at a TikTok convention.
Oh, my God. Ciph, you're learning how to parent on TikTok?
Yes, you learn how to parent from every single element in your life. There's no rule book to parenting.
So most of your life
clean-
is TikTok?
But I go, let it out, cry it out, let it all out, and then they have no other choice but to like
Come back to the
they
table.
kind of just stop. Yeah, and then you're like, you done? You feel better? It helps a lot.
I believe
I
that.
used to be like, yo, stop fucking crying. Only babies cry, you little bitch.
And
Stop fucking crying.
how'd that work?
It would lead to more crying.
You found it wasn't effective.
We need to edit this video out when you eventually lose custody of your children.
No. Billy, Emilio, mark the spot, please, where Ciph needs to save his life so he can see his
We'd
children.
like to bring in witness to the stand, Jordan Temple. You were there on Easter Sunday. He called his son.
I have a question. Was Mr. Diaz with his family on Easter Sunday? No, he was just sitting in the house. What were you guys talking about? Anything important? No. We were just rambling on.
What's Easter Sunday, Matt? I'm not Christian.
Does your family doesn't do any Easter celebration?
No. What's Easter?
It's I believe a Christian holiday.
We do an Easter egg hunt. You don't believe in that?
I did. They got some Easter eggs. I threw them around during the week.
Damn.
I threw them.
Whoa, yeah, you're never gonna see your kids
By the way,
again.
you're like I made them fetch. I played fetch with them with the Easter eggs. I chuck them. They run
So
after.
you were at a
them.
TikTok convention in.
No, I was kidding.
By the way, every day for Ciph is a TikTok.
Yeah,
convention.
every day is a
God.
TikTok convention.
Yo, what do you think
You're
you're
not
at?
on the TT?
No, bro.
Oh,
God bless you.
that's the only way I've seen your show.
What?
I've only seen your show on TikTok.
That's how short attention span you have?
No. What'd you say?
Nice.
I actually never seen the show, but
Never seen Abbott?
no, I heard it's really good though. I don't
good.
I gotta watch show. Like I like to sit and watch. Because when you were talking about earlier about Atlanta, like ever since the pandemic hit, I thought when the pandemic hit, I would watch all the TV I wanted. I ended up not really even watching TV, and I haven't caught up since.
Well, you also ended up still moving around during COVID.
Moving to the suburbs fucked me up a lot because there's a lot of more driving, and then I don't have the time to just sit and watch. Like Wu-Tang, like I watch a lot of shows on my phone. I won't watch the Wu-Tang show on my phone. I gotta
You
watch
watched
that.
the Wuhan show, you said?
No, Wu-Tang.
We all lived the Wuhan show.
Wuhan
yeah.
show is what we lived.
This is how we find out that Ciph creates another pandemic just to catch up on Wu-Tang.
But I forced myself. I got COVID, like I don't know,
6 or 7 times.
6 months ago, or whatever.
Oh.
And that's when I watched Atlanta, the third season finally.
Yeah.
When they go to Europe, but I got to just sit there and watch it, and it was fucking amazing.
It's brilliant. I wanted to say, Ciph, did you see anything about the complex media list after we talked about it?
Not really.
Do you know what's funny? So we did an episode last week. I don't know if you saw. Complex put out a list of like media hip hop personalities, right?
Okay.
And
I saw that.
It was obviously good fodder for us on the show,
Yeah.
for a variety of reasons. But I saw Elliot Wilson posted a clip. Do you see this? Yeah. So Elliot Wilson posted a clip of us talking about him.
Talk about him.
Yeah, of course. And I said, Elliot Wilson's number 8. I was like, love Elliot. He should be on the list. He shouldn't be ahead of Funk Flex and Ebro. That's all I said. I didn't say anything about me or anyone else.
Why is that numbered? Why are those lists numbered? They just want people to fight.
This is why.
This is why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why.
This is it.
No, and so
We are fully playing into their
You're still
schemes.
talking about
but the thing is, it makes sense for us to do because Juan Ep never gets mentioned anywhere, and at least we were talked about as a thing in
Okay.
there. So it is.
That's good.
It had some worthwhile play for us.
Okay.
But I just can't. So Elliot, I reposted what I said. He pulled it off of YouTube or someone did, and then he wrote, "Peter, please." And like, Elliot, I love you. In what world? I just want to say this clearly and plainly, and not. I hung out with Elliot last week. Okay, he's made his mark in hip hop without a doubt. Funk Flex is the biggest radio DJ in hip hop history, bar none,
Ever.
and that is
in a genre that was practically, I would say, born on radio, but the city where the genre comes from, and then late night radio of the mid and late 80s, what made the genre.
correct. And in that town where we know all of those guys and love them too, who started it, Flex is the biggest one of all time. And even right now,
Flex is the Drake of hip hop radio.
yeah, he never goes away.
Never.
It's like there's just
always got some new shit.
and there'll always be controversies with him, and if he does something, it becomes a thing. And then you have, I said, Flex and Ebro, who does mornings on Hot 97, and then more importantly than that, is the #1 hip hop dude at Apple, like has actual big time sway at Apple where music is now sold and consumed.
I literally was on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith the other day, Donald's show that they're shooting here, and I saw Donald, and he was literally talking about how Ebro is tight with Tim Cook. Literally, he was talking about that. So the influences that he was like, yeah, and then Ebro's just talking to Tim Cook. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And that's exactly right. And that's my point.
Yeah.
So it's very tough for Elliot, who does a great job with his shows and the things he's written. I don't see why you'd even be offended that I said. I guess everyone gets offended if you say that someone should be higher.
The problem you have with Elliot is
I've been laughing since
is you.
Right, that he gets offended about dumb shit.
You would also get offended at the same exact thing. You and Elliot are butt buddies, and you're the same person.
You're clearly butt buddies. I mean, he said Peter, please. I was like, hey, yo.
That's an Ayo too. Peter, please.
Peter, please.
Hey, yeah, no, I hear you.
You only say that to fucking the shawarma guys. Peter, please.
So what were you doing on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I was just hanging out.
Wait,
I
what
wanted
is that?
to see Donald, the Amazon show with Maya Erskine and them.
Is it out?
No, it's been
Mr.
going
and
for a
Mrs.
while. Ian Hero is directing it. I just wanted to.
It's
stop by
Donald's
and see
show?
them.
It's Donald's show. He's starring in it, and his dude Hero is directing.
Part of his overall deal. You know, they gave him a bunch of overalls.
Who's the Mrs. Smith in it again?
Maya Erskine.
Maya
They
Erskine.
changed it from Pen 15.
From what?
Huh?
Forget it.
What is that?
And who was it originally?
What's Pen 15?
It was what's her name? The British lady. I forgot her name from
Do you guys remember?
the Sex Addict show. Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh, it was Phoebe.
Yeah.
And why'd they switch it?
Just creative differences.
just-
that we're
okay.
talking about. Yeah.
What's the show about?
It's like the movie.
The movie is it's a ongoing from, but
Oh,
yeah.
the shit where they were spies?
Yeah. Brad
with
Pitt.
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
That's the show?
No, it's some different version of that.
but yes.
I'm saying that's based on that movie.
Yeah,
That's dope.
It's the IP. Yeah,
Oh,
but in
that's
any
fire.
case, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, should be cool. Whatchamacall? Let's talk about Abbott. How about that?
Oh, Abbott Elementary?
Yeah.
It's a very...
Sorry. We should have brought that
fine.
up already by now.
I like that. No, don't
On
worry.
his most successful show right now.
We have... No,
Congratulations.
I like the kind of show we have where the guest has to say, let's talk about my successful show.
Yeah, it's not my successful.
but
But
you have-
successful I'm part of. Yeah.
What is the... What's the process for Abbott Elementary writing wise?
Well, you know, it's all due because of Quinta's very specific vision by virtue of her mother being a teacher for so many years is the main thing. Like, she has kind of synthesized a lot of things, a lot of experience her mom has learned, and she's learned from her mom, and is able to make that, and understands TV so well, is turned that into a show that we take from that vision and kind of come together. Everyone has their certain ideas on story and jokes and just ideas, and the cast works so well together, and we have a great director, and I think all of those things comes large in part because of the things that Quinta was able to learn from her mom. I think there's a lot of to be said to not just experience so many things yourself and then turn that into a show or whatever. Like, you learn so much more from what other people have experienced than if you were to experience yourself, because you can have a second hand. She really has a bird's eye view, because she's like, I know this world, I haven't lived it. So many people are like, oh, I was a teacher, I could do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you would have done it, but you can't. You're maybe too close. She's a little bit removed, and
She's
she
just
knows
one layer
TV.
removed.
Yeah, she's a little removed, and she has the vision, and she understands TV, and we're able to duplicate that in such a way where we bring our own experiences from knowing teachers, or some people have parents are also teachers, and everybody goes to school. So I think that's what makes the show unique, is where it's really just like, it's collaborative, but there's also like a central thing of understanding like that it's unique to be able to be in a school where like it's something that you've experienced or may have seen, but also, and these characters are really fun to play with. But I think specifically it being like a black show, it makes it the specificity of it is what makes it more universal. And people are like, oh, the specificity would be laws, or it's actually the inverse, because we're not only taking Quincy's experience, but we're putting ours into it too. And a majority of the people on the show are black, not just the cast, but the kids. The kids make the show. You know what I mean? For me, I think when people ask like, oh, who's your favorite character? This, that, and the third. And it could be the funny people or people, you know, like the main cast or who you expect. But I think for the kid in me or somebody that would be watching it as an outsider, it would be the kids. Like there's some kids that pop or stand out more than others. But like overall, I've never seen so many like black children represented in this way. And I think if I was a kid or just speaking to, like I'm saying, like the kid in me, like that is so inspiring. Like that's so powerful and like potent. And like not only the actors, the kids like well behaved, but it's just the way we depict these kids, like with a lot of compassion and like how the adults respond to them. Like it seems like a world and where like the adults are running it in the X, Y, and Z, but the adults are in the kids' world.
Right.
You know what I mean? The kids, not to say they run the school. Nobody runs the school, but the kids are what makes the workplace.
Yeah, of course.
Not vice versa. The adults are in their own
kids
world.
are the product.
The kids are, you know, the future.
The kids are the future. So wait, what season did you show up at? You were there after season 1?
I was on season 1 and 2.
You started from the very beginning?
Yeah.
So how many writers was it?
It's about 10 to 12.
That's the same now? Same
Yep.
group?
Yep, same group, pretty much. Yeah.
And it's a jobby job? It's like every day?
Yeah, it's every day. I mean, we were there start of 2020. We were like one of the first writers' rooms back in person. Yeah.
And what's the schedule?
Typically 10 to 4-ish. Yeah.
And Monday through Friday?
Pretty much.
Do you like having a jobby job?
Yeah, here and there. You know, I think I always tell people this, when I went from being like primarily a stand-up and I wrote some plays to playwright, acting. Hey, he's a multi-hyphenate. I had to get used to become like transitioning between a night person, which helped me get a day job, to being a day person who sometimes did nighttime shit. So I like having a schedule because I had to retrain myself, but take those nighttime skills and use them in the day is something completely different. When you have to be funny at 10 a.m., it fundamentally makes you a different person. Like I'm just like, I have to switch my brain.
Ciph, you hear this?
I hear all this.
It's really mental. It's a real trait. Like I think flexibility has been my greatest skill. Like in everything.
Back to the
I've
Pilates.
done. Absolutely.
No, I hear what you're saying, because Ciph was just talking about doing he does a midday show now.
No.
But he's also out at night doing stand-up.
Yeah.
So like the struggle of you're funny late at night, that's normal. That's normal. That's what he's been forever.
Yeah.
But now he's got to turn around and be entertaining and funny, or try to be at 10 a.m.
That's
also.
tough.
The same day.
You got a nap. You got a nap, Ciph. You do nap?
No.
You try a sensory deprivation tanks? You should try that.
What's that?
It's when you float. It's actually
the floating shit.
Yeah, the sense depth is actually like the inspiration for the series finale of Atlanta, which I would constantly talk about that, and they ask me questions about it.
You did it before?
Yeah, that's my jam. I do it all the time. I'm a practitioner. Really? Yeah, 1 hour in there. If you sleep or just rest, it replicates like a 4-hour sleep cycle.
Wait, you can sleep in the water?
You can, yeah. It's magnesium. Epsom salt kind of like mimics the Dead Sea. You float on that hole. It's dark. Sometimes you go to astral projection, go to space, Ciph, heard about it, and then you just go in there, you be bugging. Or you actually shouldn't bug in there, but like you can really chill out.
You
like
feel
for me,
claustrophobic?
I'm not claustrophobic. You kind of have to open yourself up to it. But like for me,
how claustrophobic would it be? It's not like close to you. The roof isn't closed, is it?
No, I mean there's a good amount of space. The tank is like there's a tank and then the eggshell joint. But I do that a lot.
And do you sleep when you're in there sometimes?
Yeah, I fall straight to sleep sometimes. I do like 2 hours sometimes, 3 hours.
And you'll just knock out and wake up feeling like $1 million.
Yeah, really helps with depression. Yeah, it's good.
Ciph has never, so in all our years working together, he would get annoyed at me for napping. Like he thought I was throwing away life. And in some ways, he may have been right. Like by missing, like I could have been working on things, and instead I was sleeping.
Yeah.
But
Sleep.
he's now been out of the morning game for the last 8 years. I've stayed there. I don't know if I would have survived it if I hadn't gotten really good at sleeping.
Yeah, you got it. You got to sleep. I wish I could be a 10-hour sleeper.
Oh.
I think that's like my new goal.
I know it gets harder as you get older too.
Yeah, I bet.
I can't sleep at all.
Like, what's the most you sleep? You go away. Just picture. Help me here. You go away. You get into town. You check in at night. You have dinner. There's nothing to do. The gig you have is the next night. Okay, so you don't have shit to do in the morning. You're going to bed in a comfy, fresh hotel bed at midnight, 1 o'clock.
Why so early?
You wouldn't be asleep that early anyway.
Midnight 1 is early.
I'm in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Out of town.
Yes.
Quiet. No family around.
No one.
I'm on my email all day. I'm trying to knock out. I'm trying to get down to 0 inbox.
What time are you going to sleep?
I don't know what time I go to sleep because I wake up, lights on, TV on, laptop, fully dressed in the bed. Like, oh,
That's terrible.
That's so
what
bad.
happened?
See, it really
when
compiles.
did this happen?
It really compiles like sleep. The more sleep you don't get, the slower you become over time.
I wonder if you should try.
Yeah.
What do you wait? So you
I
legit,
slept in. I was in Abu Dhabi.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Oh
You-
my
Abu Dhabi.
God.
I
You were in
said
Abu
one
Dhabi?
night. It's because of the time change and the jet lag. One night, I said, I'm not gonna set my alarm. I'm gonna try to sleep, wake up naturally.
Because you had enough time. Like there was
Yeah.
nothing to do. the
There's
next day.
yeah, we got home from
Naturally.
the gig. We got home like, I don't know, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna sleep as much as I can. Sound check was at 5. The hotel phone rang at 5:15. The hotel, I was like, well, yeah, what? I don't need rooms, like housekeeping, whatever. And like, where are you? We're downstairs waiting for you. We gotta go to sound check.
So you slept an hour,
You slept 13 hours.
13 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
amazing.
No, that's amazing. But that
that's-
happened because you were.
maybe.
That's because you were
That
fucked
actually
up.
might be terrible.
That's
What do you mean?
that happens once.
There's something going on here.
yeah. All I'm saying is, sensory deprivation tanks ago, I actually referenced it in 2 episodes in 2 different shows I worked on. Atlanta was the Sense Dep, which they pulled from my experience, and then there's an episode season 1 of Abbott where Ava's like, it's quiet in here like my at-home sensory deprivation tank.
Which is not a thing.
People have at-home
Oh, they
sensory
do?
deprivation tanks, yeah.
Ciph, I really think that actually bums me out on your behalf.
Vessel floats, man. Vessel floats in Greenpoint. It's the shit.
Yeah, I've heard of
It's
that.
amazing.
But Ciph, do you really, when you're on the road, like in your hotel, you don't get into like your underwear and go to sleep? Like I'm turning off the lights and getting in the cover. Like
Why are
I'm
you
going to
imagining
bed.
him in his underwear?
Yeah, why underwear?
Fine. You get
I
in your
bring pajamas on the road.
Maybe he's butt ass.
You wear pajamas on the road?
I mean, I got some shorts. And
Okay,
yeah.
Wait, do you sleep in shorts in a hotel?
Yeah.
You always sleep in shorts?
If I get to the point where I change from
Yo,
bed,
Ciph, what kind of shorts?
sometimes I wake up. Here's how I wake up:
Shorts.
fully dressed, lights on, usually A&E on the TV, empty basket, a plate of wings.
A plate of wings?
And
You
you
know,
did
like a styrofoam thing of wings from the club. Like,
right that you took takeout wings,
like take
and they're
takeout
sitting
wings.
there,
I
and they're
take the
half
wings to go.
eaten and open,
yeah, they're open.
and you never went to bed. Like I'm gonna go to bed.
No, almost never. Yeah,
Yo, I got.
fully dressed?
Listen, I'm not.
Fully dressed? Y'all be fully dressed?
No, that is not sleep. I don't even know if that's a fucking nap.
I be in workout clothes with the intention to wake up and get fucking swole.
But that's a good plan, by the way.
Yeah. You got to do it like that.
Yo,
smart.
I'm surprised that you wear shorts. Like you sound like a character on a 50s sitcom. You sleep in like pants, so you can wake up and be like, "Hello."
You got jean shorts on.
Yeah, like I don't. That's so
Timberlands.
strange to me.
I'm playing basketball like a Mexican.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Mexicans.
Just generally.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, they like me. I got a mariachi band for the last 3-4 birthdays. This shit makes me mad happy.
And
they do the king, Jordan, Jordan, and it sounds like Jordan. So I like that. My name is Jordan. 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 And it's like, you'll miss me. They're like talking about this woman, this ballad is just like, yo, you'll miss me like I'm the king. And like you'll regret not fucking with me, basically. And then the refrain is like, Jordan, 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 Jordan. That shit is hard.
Jordan, Mexico.
Yo, I had a 6 or 7, maybe 8-piece mariachi. Like,
wow.
We'll put this on the pod. This shit was in 2021.
Where?
Whew. At my fucking Airbnb in Harlem.
You had
with all my friends there.
Wow.
And my mom. We was dancing, acting a fool. This one dude, shout out, I forget his name.
I want to go to this party.
I don't
next
want
year.
to say his name was Jose, but it might have been. But he was killing it.
And
he was on the violin, maestro.
No neighbors were complaining about.
Nah, man, it's mariachi.
Oh, right.
You kidding?
What you're saying is
Serenade. You know what I'm saying? Enough people don't get serenaded. That's why there's mass shootings in this country.
not enough serenading.
Not enough serenading.
So real quick, Jordan Temple's keys to not being depressed. Number 1, sensory deprivation tanks.
Facts.
Number 2,
Pilates.
Pilates.
Facts.
Number 3, mariachi band serenade.
Facts.
That's it, bruh.
It's pretty good.
And wait, your birthday is Kanye's birthday. What day is that?
June 8th.
June 8th.
Also, Frank Lloyd Wright.
Man, fuck Frank Lloyd Wright.
He was fucking great.
I'm just kidding. I got no problem with Frank Lloyd Wright.
And then Joan Rivers. That's good.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
a good comedy one.
Arthur, what's his name?
Ash?
No, that'd be cool.
Miller?
Arthur, he played Arthur on King of Queens. What's
he
his name?
played-
Stiller's.
Jerry Stiller?
Jerry Stiller.
Oh, you got some good comedy ones in there,
Some
too.
good ones, yeah. Oh, and also fucking Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
Got
saw,
Oh, rest in peace to their pops.
I saw
yeah.
the
He
patriarch.
lived in my complex in Battery Park City. I used to always see him.
Yo, man, what does Flex post on Instagram, bro?
I'm talking about somebody's dead
Cipha
father, bro.
don't
No,
get
no, hold on.
gas.
Hold on. I've seen a
Somebody's
lot.
dead father, man. You just ignored it.
No.
Cipha
I said
don't get gas.
rest in peace to the patriarch of the Keenan Ivory of the Wayans family. I heard you say that. I thought the same thing this week. So scroll up though and tell me what the fuck the beginning of that video is. You got to go up.
Do they still play that drop, or am I tripping? Do they still play
On the
Cipha
radio?
Don't Get-
No, I play it.
You play it? No.
Did you see the beginning of the video?
Yeah, it's
That
nuts.
woman got choke slammed by a
And
man.
this is how badly I want to go
cop.
to Easter lunch with my family.
That you're just sitting around yelling "Cipha don't get gas" while we watch Instagram videos.
While my niece is getting pizza.
No, okay.
have a spinny homie.
Do you guys have any? Jordan, you probably didn't see it. Cipha, did you see the Summer Jam lineup?
Yeah.
What do you think? Have any thoughts?
Yeah, it doesn't affect, I'm happy I don't have to go.
That's it.
I never wanted to go to Summer Jam.
Well, God damn it! What kind
I'm
of
from
promo
New
is
York
this for
City.
Summer Jam? Yeah.
I'm sorry, is this not good?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I fucking hate Hot 97.
He's like, and while I'm at it,
Hot 97 is the Knicks of the radio.
oh, you don't feel that way about? You don't feel like us, like you do about the Knicks, do you?
No,
You never wanted to go to
I
Summer.
like the old problematic. I was a youngin', 12, 13, 14, when I remember it being like really crazy. Hot 97.
the old problematic.
The shooting
old-
and stuff.
Yeah.
Smack
Like
Fest.
starring Buck Wild.
Yeah.
And what was her name? Was the main shark? She also got super
Miss Jones?
canceled. Yeah, Miss Jones was huge.
She didn't get super canceled.
No, she didn't.
No, she
No,
just.
I'm thinking about starring Buck
Wait, she
Wild.
did?
Oh, he's thinking about the tsunami song.
Oh, the tsunami song did. Correct.
That was Miss Jones, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
She
that was
got
crazy.
out of it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
She got out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, how
I
did
didn't write that.
Yeah, she backed
Oh, you
off.
know what? She wasn't there that day.
She
She wasn't there that day. She
But
was
it was
late
her
or something.
show, right?
Yeah, but he wrote that. I didn't tell him to play that. He played that.
Wow, she wasn't there that
Yeah,
day.
she
I
wasn't
forgot.
there.
That's a
about that.
mob shit, like
Yeah.
ball shit. Like, yo, I wasn't there.
Yo, can I tell you guys
It's like that
something?
Patrice joke.
Let's keep going.
The Patrice
We love
joke.
Patrice. Yeah, which
when
Patrice
he's
joke?
like, when he's just like, oh, I need to have like a, like a proof that I was somewhere else.
Oh, the receipts?
We have receipts.
Yeah.
He's just like gets an argument with somebody.
Yeah.
and
He
then-
stops every 15 minutes to buy gum, so he has a receipt, so he can prove where he was.
Yeah.
And then he asked
In
the guy
case
for
a white
gum.
woman's murdered at the same time.
right. And then he's asking the guy, he's like, I need a receipt. He's like, we don't give receipts for 15 cents. I need a receipt. And then he goes,
It's an argument with him. He's like, what time is it?
Yeah. What time? He goes, I don't need a receipt. You'll remember this argument.
Yeah.
Because that is the receipt now.
Yeah.
So real quick, and Jordan Temple is here. Jordan, you're not doing any shows right now, right? You said you're about to take off from New York for a while.
Yeah, I'm taking off for a while, but yeah, I was at the cellar and stuff. I was in the hood.
People could see you pop up.
Yeah,
pop
I
out,
pop up.
pop up,
Are you
pop
about
out.
to take off? What do you mean? Not do comedy for a while?
No, I'm taking a vacation.
He's going to Europe.
Where you going?
Paris and Amsterdam.
Fuck
How
yeah,
long?
man.
For how long?
10 days.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
No
I
alarm.
wanna- are
No
we-
alarm clock.
We're wrapping this up, I guess.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you guys one story, but
I want to ask him about this play shit. I'll ask you later.
Oh, I mean, I could talk about it. What?
what do you want to? You want to ask him off the air?
How to make? I
I still got more time. I got more time.
I want to write a play.
But you want to write about what?
Just do it.
I don't know how.
Or a solo show. Those are
I don't know.
popping. Just start.
Just write it.
Yeah,
It's not funny.
you could do it. It doesn't have to be.
Well,
Perfect.
You real quick. You want to write a not funny?
No, I want it to be funny. It's just not turning out funny the way.
Oh,
I
you're
want it.
starting. You already started
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I've
a
been
play
starting. I had it for a while. It's a one-man show.
That's good.
It's all my hip-hop stories.
as a one man show.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
Doesn't have to
terrible.
be.
It's not funny and it's terrible. I don't think that's true. I think you probably
Being too hard on yourself, man.
you know what you should do.
yeah.
You know what you should do. Take a fucking nap and then give it a shot. See how it goes.
I added this new job, and I promised myself I wouldn't cut out anything else. And it's
But I just want to say this, and you can
gotta
tell
go. We gotta
no.
go.
I just want to say this. You can tell me to fuck off, but I have someone here who's successful and talented and agrees with me, so I think it's a good time for me to say it. Don't you think it's possible that with resting as little as you do, the amount that you can be good at any of the things you're doing are like all incredibly limited? Like you're not able to give your absolute best to any of it because you're fucking a zombie?
yeah.
Yeah, that's possible though, right?
And also your brain, when you're resting, it's not like you're not doing anything. We feel like we're so
Facts.
lazy and we have to keep going, but your brain is processing in the back way more than you could realize when you rest, and you get to do way more when you start again than if you're always working.
Yo, my man's out here dropping fucking gems. You see what I'm saying? Now, real quick, the story I want to tell you guys before we wrap is, how crazy is this? The other day, my friend sends me an article, and he goes, yo, look what happened. Look at this article about these kids from our high school. These were two jocks in my high school, okay?
The Twinkle Twins?
I don't know who that is. The
The guys
older...
who started Facebook.
Oh, okay, no, not the Twinkle Twins.
What they call it again?
Winklevoss.
What do
How'd
they-
you get to twin? You just
what
wanted
they-
to
what
say
they called?
Twinkle, man.
Are they really Winklevoss?
Winklevoss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twinkletons.
Anyways, so these kids, they were all...
take a nap, bro.
Yeah, see, again, that's the nap thing. So I won't even get into my personal feelings on them. They were jocks. I had mixed feelings about them in a lot of ways. But let me put it this way. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them, okay? These dudes now, this is the crazy thing about being white. You could just start companies when you're white. If you're like a white man who comes from some means, they started a pharmaceutical company, these guys, okay? Neither of them would even be considered remotely like smart. That's not a word. Like you just wouldn't describe them as that. They started a pharmaceutical company. The story is they're both being investigated because their quote pharmaceutical company was selling HIV medication that was just the bottle and had other shit on the inside.
What do you mean?
They were selling fake HIV medicine. Like people were trying to save their lives by taking this medicine that's effective in treating people with HIV so you can
That's how it
live.
was in there.
No, they were just throwing other shit that was cheap inside the bottle.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what the other guy was doing too.
Who?
Who got
The
Guy who
Twinkle?
bought the Wu-Tang album?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Oh, that is similar to that, right?
Yeah.
No, he made the HIV medicine like
Oh, unavailable.
way
Yes, he
more
had it. It was
expensive.
real.
Yeah.
He just made it impossible
Right.
to buy. But I don't know. That shit just blew my mind
That's
because
so
like
bad.
it's one thing exactly. It's like It sounded like some Soprano shit. Like Christopher would come to Tony, but listen, here's the deal. It's so easy. All we got to do is sell the bottles, but it's not the real fucking medicine. Tony's like, that's it. That's all we got to do.
Investigation?
Yeah, they're under investigation now. But the part that blew my mind was knowing them was, how did these guys have a fucking quote pharmaceutical company? You can just be white and start a pharmaceutical company?
Yeah.
And people just be like, hey, no problem. Sure, you sound like you know what you're
what's
doing.
her name? That lady with the deep voice?
Okay, hold on. There's so many things here. The lady with the deep voice. Man. I want Jordan to give a shot. Jordan,
the lady with the deep voice.
Jordan, give me. Who do you think it could be that he's talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right? See, he knows.
The lady with the deep voice.
Yeah, that had that fake blood testing company.
All I know is my favorite doctor is Dr. Malachi Love Robinson. Okay. Y'all know that fake doctor kid, the black kid from Florida? He's got a picture on there. He's got like a lab coat on, and he's got his face like this, his like hand on his chin. He's got like actual photos of him with his faculty. I mean, with his like people he hired, like grown ass women. And he was 17, and he was just doing like pap smears and started a actual clinic in Florida and got an investor. And he's like basically, they called him like the black Leo, like black Catch Me If You Can. Except black Catch Me If You Can is caught. That's not Catch Me If You Can. That's like you're got like, and he's a scammer, but it's also very inspirational because he was sick as a kid and they couldn't afford a lot of stuff, and now he wants to help people. That's how I see it. I think
you made that part up.
No,
not the end part, but that he wants to help people.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's your part.
I didn't make it up.
No, that's what you think.
No, that's what I know.
His name is Jordan Temple.
His name is Dr. Malachi.
That guy. That guy's name is Dr. Malachi. This guy's name is Jordan Temple. Thanks, Jordan.
The Dr. Malachi
Wait,
Love
you
Robinson
said to remind you about Cornelius.
I'll tell you about Cornelius on the Patreon. It's a Billy June story.
Has this flowed? Did y'all get any good tidbits?
Why are you being so
sorry? Yeah, why are you being self-conscious?
You're not a fan of the show. You're not a fan of the show.
I'm not a fan of the show.
Yeah.
If you were a fan of the show, you would know this show is excellent.
Yeah, this is an excellent, weird, regular one-up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get it. I just, I wish I was a little high like you guys.
I'm not high.
I'm not high.
He's high.
Never been
sleep.
Smoked.
He's high off no sleep.
No, this has been a blast.
No, we love. I was hoping that we could develop something where you just pop by. Like that's what we're trying to develop is the people who just come and hang with us. Yeah. So it's not always like a guest. Yeah. It's just like Jordan's here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I just didn't know if it was more steered like what.
If it's a rapper, we follow a much more specific plan.
Okay.
But like for a comedian writer, this is what we do. We just gotta shoot the shit, hear your stories, and that's it. We have to go.